But the sheriff didn't give up. Turned around and went straight to the drunkard's cell. And secretly threw him a runestone. He tried to save his life once and for all. And he took advantage of the town's presence to plead for the drunkard's life. But the drunkard had lost his wife and daughter and was already dead. He returned the stone to the sheriff. He said he was willing to accept the punishment. The sheriff knew there was nothing he could do. After the sun went down. The drunken man walked slowly into the tin house under the watchful eyes of the townspeople. The sheriff took one last sad look at him. And closed the door behind him. But when he locked the door. The sheriff deliberately added an extra lock. Night is coming on. Everyone went home. The drunken man was left shivering in the house alone. Looking outside, he saw no one. The drunkard breathed a sigh of relief. But it didn't last long. The monsters began to gather around the house. Talking and laughing surrounded the house. Some even took the form of his dead wife and daughter. The drunkards will gradually broke. He crouched on the ground and cried. The next moment. The next day. The town held a funeral for the family. But just then. A strange RV arrived in town. And it caught everyone's attention. At the same time, the family of 4 in the car noticed the same look in the eyes of the townspeople. They continue the funeral. The lost husband told his wife to lock the door. He got out of the car alone to ask for directions. But the passersby shied away as if they had seen a ghost. It was Jack who greeted the man. Jack knew he was lost. Jack knew that there was no way out of the town. He showed the man the way out. But his evasive behavior aroused Jim's suspicions. But Jim, already lost, had no choice. He had no choice but to trust Jack. But before he got very far. The car was blocked by a dead tree. It was too big to move. Jim was at his wits' end. Suddenly there were some crows flying around. At first, the family didn't care. But they were soon shocked. In a matter of seconds, the crows were all over the sky. The wife knew that crows were bad luck. She urged her husband to leave. The family returned to the town the same way they had come. Jim asked a woman on the side of the road for directions. But she simply ignored him. The husband and wife felt more and more strange. They hurriedly drove back to the highway. But they went straight back to the town again. The wife thought her husband was driving too fast. Missed the fork in the road, and the car kept going in circles. Jim disagreed. Because going in circles would have led them to that dead tree again. But they hadn't seen a single branch the whole way there. Thinking about it, he thought it was weird. He turned the car around. And drove again in the direction that Jack had indicated. By now it was evening. Jack decided to stop the caravan after observing it for a long time. Otherwise, when it gets dark, he'll be in big trouble. On the other hand, the husband and wife were halfway down the road. Suddenly met 2 drunk drivers. Seeing them coming straight at them. The husband steered hard to avoid them. The car crashed into a tree. But the culprits were not hurt. It's just that the drunkenness was too much. The man stumbled and fell. Toby saw that the RV family was in serious trouble. He got up and went to get help.